Alright, and welcome back to Faster Than Light. I missed a week doing this, and for that I apologize. This seems to be one of my most anticipated series. And for that I have failed. Oh well, not the first time, moving on. Because we're about to fail a whole lot more. We come back to the trials and tribulations of the Icarus, which hasn't gone down in flames yet, although we already have had multiple fires. So there's still a possibility. We did just jump into Zoltan-controlled territory. All in all, not a bad sector of space. We should have some friends here. We're going to have enemies too, but they should be less. Our ship is in decent shape. We're not up to 100% yet. We have plenty of fuel. We have lots of missiles, even though we don't have a missile launcher. We do have almost no scrap, however. And that's the lifeblood for pretty much everything. So things could be better, but they could most certainly be a lot worse too. So let's look at what we're going to do here. The exit is actually not at the other side of the map for a change. That's both a good thing and a bad thing. The good part is that means that we'll be able to get to the exit fairly easily and almost whenever we choose to. And we could probably go all the way up around the side and come in at it from behind. We're not going to, but it's an option. No, instead, we're going to try and weave our way up there still. It's just that being so close, it means that if the rebel fleet catches up to us, we should have no problem outrunning them. There's a store here that I want to hit, but right now, with only 11 scrap, there's nothing we could do. We have nothing to sell them, nothing to offer them. So I think what we're going to do first is we'll go to here, here, jump up to here, and then swing back, assuming that the rebel fleet hasn't swallowed it yet. And then we'll just shoestring across. This one does present a slight problem because the only way forward from here is up here. And then we'd have to either double back through the nebula or come up here. Both of them are in the nebula, so I'm not too worried about them. Either way, I expect that we're going to get through here with absolutely no problems. Which is a great way of saying that there's going to be absolutely all of the problems. So let's just get going. We're jumping to here. You catch a glimpse of a strange signal coming from a space station before your sensors shut off unexpectedly. As you discover that your sensors are being jammed, you hear hostiles beam onto your ship. It's the first jump we made! You're supposed to be friendly here. Until you are able to jump away from the hostile space station, your sensors will be disabled. You should deal with these boarders first. Well, I think that's obvious. So, under normal circumstances, I would fight these guys in our medical bay. But we don't have one of those. The ship that we chose has a cloning bay instead, which means that we don't necessarily need to worry about people dying so much, as we need to just fight them off, and anyone who dies should come back. The problem is that the cloning bay isn't perfect. There is a recharge, and if somebody dies during that recharge time, then they're gone. So we're going to resume time and see what doors are being beaten on. And at that point, we'll do the best we can to fight them off. Hopefully we're not outnumbered. They're in there. Okay. Get in there and fight them off. We outnumber them. Yes, I know you're getting hurt. The clone bay will catch you. Okay, we're alive. Everyone get back before you all suffocate because he sucks the air out of the rooms. And just like that, our person's back. Clone bays do have their uses. I don't like them as much as a regular medical bay. Because, as it is, we have no way of healing him. The first incoming attack could kill him outright. But we didn't take any damage, so all in all, we actually did about the best we could. It's time to jump. You come to a Zoltan trade and supply hub. Everything the weary traveler needs, provided they have the right documentation. We, of course, have no documentation. So, sure, let's just try and talk our way in. They don't see many of your species in this part, and you stick out like a Casvagarian sea slug in a Plutonian shrimp stew. You make it back to the ship with a gang of Zoltan guards in tow. More intruders on board, and we're being attacked. We have made a mistake. Okay, so we have Zoltans on board. There is actually a benefit to this. Zoltans are actually very poor in combat. So, let's take you two and send you... No, actually, I take it back. We're not going to do that. Open these doors. We can't just suck them out into space, but we might be able to suffocate them before they can get in. In the meantime, charge the weapons. They have a Zoltan shield, and that's this green bar right here. Before we can do anything to their ship, we have to get through that. They have what appears to be a beam weapon and a laser weapon. The beam weapon cannot get through our shields. But if the laser weapon can knock our shields out, that beam weapon could do a lot of damage. All in all, we are in trouble. Let's see what happens. They went to the... Oh, they went right through our doors. Okay, never mind. Get in there and stop them. And that's what I was worried about. Our shields are now down. We are in a lot of trouble here. So, you get back to your post. And now the clone is gone. And our crew member is dead. So, we have... no weapons. No shields. No engines. Our cloning vat is gone. Now the weapons are gone. Engines are now completely destroyed. We have no evasion. Life support's down. This is the end. Well, only 2 jumps in, and Icarus has already flown too close to the sun. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. We made it through exactly 1 sector and 2 jumps. Well, never let it be said that this game was easy. This is generally how most of them end. And so, Even though this is a very short video, this is where we're going to end it today. Next time we'll pick up the adventures with a new ship, a new crew, and hopefully a new set of luck. Until next time.